So howdy everybody. So here we are, we're out here on an adventure today. I only got about an hour before dark. It's cloud cover and pretty dark today. Kind of a cloudy day, and I've been working and stuff and wasn't actually going to do a video today, but I decided I'd just come out close to town and go explore. And we just stopped here in this little rock outcrop, and I'm starting to explore around, and I found a little cut right here, and there's another one back here I'll show you. I haven't found any writings or anything that shows that anything from the past, but I'm sure this was used at one time because I'm real close to other camps and that Spaniard camp and stuff. But anyways, we're just gonna get right after it, and we're gonna go explore, and I'm gonna be back when I find something. So here's that little outcrop or shelter or whatever you want to call it. And if you come through here, got a big old rock space, and then we got this cool little cubby hole. Anyways, this is my first find since I just started, and we're just gonna explore. We got plenty of rock and places to explore, and we're gonna see what we can find. We're back. We just kind of went around the corner, and I mean, I'm not seeing anything, you know, out of the ordinary as far as like something being here, but it's just really cool. And I wanted to show you guys this little cut in here. Yeah, there's holes all over from, looks like animals of some sort that have burrowed in or whatever. There's like a little cave hole back here, like a den or something. Anyways, let's check it out and then we'll carry on. Oh, yeah, here we are. We didn't have to go too far. Never really do down here. Got a little bit of pottery I found, and a flint chipping. I actually thought it was an arrowhead when I first saw it, but until I picked it up. But anyways, I got this little rock hut back here behind me, and I don't know if this is from the natives. I mean, there's a piece of wood right here burnt, so somebody could have possibly come up here, kids or something, and stacked this up. I'm not gonna say one way or the other. I'll let you decide, but I'll kind of just flip this around and show you what we got. That, which is still cool either way. I mean, you just never know. And then this is pretty interesting here. This whole ledge on this side fell off, and I'll show you that when we get done here and let you check that out. I can't see nothing in there, but it's just pretty cool, and so I'll share it with you. So here it is. I mean, you can see it's fell over here. You got that stacked up there, a little door entrance there and stuff, but a lot of it's falling over. But I mean, them bottom ones, they look like they've been there a long time. So I mean, it's possible that's from the natives and somebody's just been up here and had a little fire or whatever, but still super cool. So we got this. You can see it's all fell. You can kind of, I thought it might be a little cave entrance or something, but you can look down in there, and like I said, I don't see anything, and it don't look like it can go too far, so I'm not going to explore it, but just wanted to share it with you and let you experience the journey and the adventure. Here we are. Me and Spice were just still adventuring. We got over to this little rock face, and I found this little hole in here. I mean, you can see smoke and burn marks on the cement. So whether they mine this or whatever, it's kind of full of garbage now, and it's full of a bunch of pine cones and sticks and stuff. Possible mountain lion stash over the years. Really hard to say. I don't really know, and I'm not gonna claim to, but there's a lot of things you can guess on, and I would guess mountain lion, but who knows. Anyways, just wanted to get on here in a minute and just show my gratitude to everybody out there that has shown me so much love and support. I was never expecting the response I've gotten since starting this channel. I've been wanting to start it for a couple years, but I just didn't feel like I was in a place to do it. I finally feel like I got to that place and started it. And just the response has been so amazing. I feel the outflow of love and support from all of y'all in the comments, and I know they're appreciated, and I try to read every one of them, and I think I have and responded back. But at the same time, I don't want to get too much into it to where I feel like I have to respond and read every single one, though I do want to. I just don't want it to, it can become a problem for me to where I feel obligated, and it's happened before with my old YouTube channel when I did shed hunting and stuff a few years ago, back when I had a little bit of sobriety before I fell back off into addiction and went homeless. And it became an addiction almost for me, and I just don't want that to happen, though I do try, and your comments are appreciated, and your support and love is felt, and I love all you all, even though I don't know any of you, and I'm glad you're here with me on my journey, and just sharing it with me, and just the love I felt. I mean, I reached 1,000 subscribers, and it almost happened overnight, and I'm just beyond blessed and grateful for that. It's pretty crazy, and I'll share a little bit with you. So I did that video, the one with the Spaniard camp, and that night I posted it in the morning, and it had like just a couple hundred views, probably one of the best videos I'd done so far. And then all of a sudden it just took off overnight. And so that night before I went to bed, I just prayed, and I asked God for blessings and help with the channel to reach people that needed to be reached. And I woke up in the morning, and it had just taken off from like 200 to 10,000 views, and I'd had like 150, and it just continued to grow from there. And within like 5 days from that time to now, I hit the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours. So I've got to the point where I can monetize my channel, and that's the goal. And I'm not chasing money, I'm not chasing fame. I could honestly care less about the likes, though I do want them, because that means I'm putting something out into the world that's beneficial. But I'm not chasing likes and shares and subscribes, though I do want them, and I do want to make money off of it. But the reason I want to make money off of it is just to have a life and give back to the world for taking everything that I've taken for the last 40 years of my life. I've been a taker from this world, and I just want to give back, and I hope that I give back through my story and sharing my journey and my adventures. And I mean, I foresee it being a thing to where I could take it to a point where, you know, I'm making enough off the YouTube that I can use it to go back into homelessness, and not homelessness, but go help the homeless and use it in a beneficial way. I'm not chasing money. I'm not chasing fame. Honestly, I don't really want to do this. For me personally, I like my solitude, and I like to just live my life. But I feel like the life that I lived from before and who I am today, I have something beneficial to give to the world for those who are suffering with depression, suicidal thoughts, addiction, suffers from molestation. I've been molested, and it wasn't by adults ever, and it was more in a place with kids around my age, but maybe a little older. You know, twice it was with women or girls, and once with a boy. And it was like when I was 3 and 8 and 9, and you know, I've had several friends murdered. I've had and I'm not trying to play no victim here, because it is what it is. But I've experienced about as much pain in the world that anybody could experience, and it's through the life that I lived. So I don't blame nobody, myself. You attract into your life what you are. But you know, some of these things were not part of that life. I had a lady friend back in, I was actually sober at this time before I had my daughter, after my wife had died. And I had a friend. It was actually the husband that killed her and then killed himself and all their kids was a corrections officer from the county jail that I'd been in. Several times he'd been over my units that I was in, and I'm not going to speak much on him because You know, he was probably in a dark place, and I can't really comprehend why he would do what he did. But at him at that time, and I'm not giving him a pass, it felt like the right thing to do for whatever reason. But she was leaving him. He was a controlling man, and he killed her, her mother, and both their children. I just played with them children 2 days before at the track with her while we were running, and one of my other friends. And that was a time when I was sober, and that right there, that trauma and that experience that happened in my life caused me to run back to drugs, because I'd never truly healed. And so I never knew how to feel the pain and deal with emotions. So whenever bad emotions like that came up, I only knew how to run to drugs to just numb it and forget it, and never deal with it. And that caused me so much pain in my life from running from it. And I've used so many things to run from life, not just drugs, throughout the years. And we'll get into that more, you know. And anyways, that was just a super, super tragic event that happened that day. A corrections officer turned police officer, murders. And this is in Spanish Fork. You can Google it, and you can find the story. Her name was Kelly Born King. She has the last name as me. My name's Dustin King. You can Google my name and probably find all kinds of information about me that's bad. I've been arrested and locked up and incarcerated 58 times, which I'm kind of smiling and laughing about, but that's just who I was at that time. And that's how hard-headed I was in life, that it took me that many times, and then I still didn't get it. I died a couple times, and I still didn't get it, and I was using drugs the next day, and I never got it. And I guess it just wasn't my time. I don't know. I guess I really had to prove to myself that I couldn't do it on my own. And like I said, I've been incarcerated 58 times in the Utah County Jail. And from 2003 to 2014, I spent more time in there than I ever did on the streets. I'd probably spend 7 to 8 months out of the year locked up. And then as soon as I'd get out, I'd hit the gate running and go back to the drugs. And I'd be back in a month or two, and all over again. All the deputies knew me. I knew this deputy. Honestly, he wasn't a good deputy. There's some good deputies there that I know and have dealt with, and he was always the holier than thou and treated you like dirt. And that's fine. You know, maybe we were dirt, and they see it so much, and it's just a revolving door of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But it really comes down to that we're not addressing the true problem with just trauma and childhood experiences that have led to that progression that was never dealt with and ignored, or maybe never even talked about. Sometimes stuff happens to you in life that you don't even want to talk about it, and you just want to run from it. And I did it for so long. But anyways, I've learned for me that it's best for me to just talk about it and get it out, and just heal and grow from it. And it's a lot of pain, and it's a lot of crying. And I've spent a lot of time in bed crying on my own. For one time it was for like 2 days, like shortly after I got out of treatment center, and I cried for 2 days straight, and I couldn't even figure out why. But it was just all that bottled up emotion and pain that I felt for so many years that I had numbed with the drugs were finally coming to the surface, and it just come out. And it was so healing and so powerful. And now I cry a lot, and it's more tears of joy most of the time, because I'm so grateful for the life I live today. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to just experience life in a different way. I never experienced life in another way. For 40 years, I only experienced pain, heartache, and misery. And to feel love and to feel the feelings that I feel is just truly amazing. And anyways, I just want to let y'all know that I do love you, and I appreciate all your support, and I hope that I continue to get your support, and maybe help change your life through my story. And I don't know what any of y'all went through, but I'm sure a lot of you out there at one time or another have experienced horrible pain, and I'm sorry for that. And I've suffered it too, and I've got through it, and it's still painful, but I've learned how to live my life for me today. And I'm not ever, I used to be the biggest people pleaser, because it was the way I viewed myself, that I thought I had to give people things for them to like me. And I've just found out that the best thing I can do for me is just be myself, my authentic, original self. And you'll either love me for it or hate me for it, or just maybe not hate, but maybe dislike. And that's fine. We're not gonna like everybody. We're not gonna love everybody, but we can respect everybody. And them are things that I still need to work on. So I'm not perfect, but I do know that we can respect each other's differences of opinion and background and life, and just love. We've got way too much hate in this world today, and it's everywhere. And it's time for the ones that love to just stand up and have a voice out there to not so much fight the hate, but maybe to counteract it and be the love in the light, be the love in the world that you want. You know, how do you view the world? What do you see the world as? And do you want to make it a better place, or do you want to make it worse? Because if we're spreading hate and negativity, all we're doing is causing a worse world. And the Native Americans had it right. They took from the land, but they gave back to the land, and they knew the cycle, and they respected it, and they respected everything they did, and they respected the land because they knew it was the land that gave them life, and they knew that it was for the future generations of their people. And we've went away from that in life, and it's a really sad thing that you know, so many people out there just want to take me, for me. But and there are good people too. I'm not saying that, but it's just a lovers of self and a love, you know, a instant gratification. And anyways, I'm kind of losing my thought process right now. I just got a phone call from I coach baseball in town. One of the coaches up here from Arizona, and he's calling me right now. So I just lost focus, but we'll get back to this. And I really hope that you're enjoying the channel, and much love and respect for all of y'all. And we're going to talk to you soon. And just thank you so much for the subscription and the support. And I just didn't even see this coming. I was actually scared to start it. And I thought, well, people are going to just, you know, whatever it was, you know, that fear that we feel when we're doing something new and uncomfortable. And I just learned to step into that uncomfortable and get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it took me a long time to work up the courage to start sharing my story. But now that I've started, it's not a problem for me. Like I said, I share it all the time. I'm not afraid of my past. That's my past. That's who I was. It's not who I am anymore. So I have no problem sharing with where I come from, because I've healed and grew from all of it. And I'm not ashamed of it, because I can't hide from who I was, though I wish I could at times. Anyways, we're just going to continue on this little hike and see if we can't turn something cool up, and I'll be back soon. I was just right back over here down in the rocks where I found that other little thing, and look at this that I found. I was just on the phone with Coach Brian, and I'm going to head into town and go to lunch with him, or dinner with him. He's heading back to Arizona till baseball season starts back up. So he wants to catch some dinner. So I'm gonna head back in and get some dinner with him and just enjoy his company. He's a really good guy. And then we'll be back tomorrow. So I guess I'll hurry and kind of show you this, and then I'm gonna go. Spice! Super cool little cutout in here. Got some rocks buried down in here in the ground. I'm not gonna say one way or the other, but maybe at one time that was a wall. And we got all this. I mean, it is got some black in here. Not that always means smoke, but and fire. Even got a little shelf up here. Regardless, this is super cool. We got a little cut over there. This might be I think it is gonna be. I think I'm gonna come camp out here. It'd be nice and soft in that sand. And camp out here for the night. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Thanks for coming along the journey and the adventure. and I hope you're enjoying it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.